All right. Now I get to sit down now. That's when you know you get old. That sit down is just, it's a treat, ladies and gents. It's a treat. Okay, let me explain why I decided to do this live. Because I was already doing something. And then, I don't know if y'all like me. You realize that you've done something again that you keep trying to stop doing, but it's such a habit. Meaning, okay, y'all know I did these shoes a few days ago. And you go, and what? This is what I actually do. And this is my bad habit, right? As soon as I finish the shoes, right? I put them on a display thing and I take a video of it. And then you go and then a few days later, after they've cured, then I hit them with the heat to lock in the hot fix stones. And I never video that part because I've already videoed the part where I finished the shoes. Do you get where I'm going with this? I keep trying to remember to do it. But it's a journey, y'all. It's a journey. But point being, so that's what was going on in my head. And then, like, I still wound up stealing them off. But I don't remember the person in our group, which I'm sorry. Someone in our group had a dilemma because they were customizing some shoes, like this. But they were using the rhinestone sheets and they were using them on this part. And they said that I think they tried to do it, they did my method or whatever, and it came off. And they asked me, and I'll see, I can only help to certain degrees, meaning if I've never done this, it's very hard for me to say, well, what you have to do is, if I've never done it, like all other things that I have done, heck yeah, I'm like, dude, you're supposed to, this is the prep, but I didn't know. And then, I don't know. And all this time later, that still bugged me because I don't know. I want to try it too. So I want to see, the whys and the ifs and the whatevers of if it will work or not on that area. So but I also have this control I want to bring. So long story short, y'all are going to watch me go through the method of prepping this surface, putting it over by the fan. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to do this controller. Now, I don't know if it's the whole part, because I won't lie, I forgot which person, but I know it was the side of the shoe. So, this part, I'm going to just prep like I'm normally doing. Let's see how that go. And yeah, I'm going to do the heat, everything. I'm going to get the rhinestone sheets. I'm going to do the same method. Because like I said, and don't get me wrong, I know I won't be able to always help everybody and I won't have an answer for everything all the time. But you know how some simple things, I don't know, I feel like a little, I can at least find out why or if it would work or would, for my own self. I don't think I'll ever want to bling this part of the shoe out. But sky's the limit, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. I'll do lunge or anything. Never know what shoe I'm doing and might have a reason why. What about if I get some shoes that are really cute, but they might have a damaged area right there, and so I may need to, hide that with some, rhinestone sheets. Now, what I'm doing this is, do you know how it's almost making it like it's textured? I do that because the stones grip it, and when I add that hot fix, it's just like, the heat is just like, boom, versus the smoothing it. And it's literally just putting like a smooth sheen on top of it. Boom, 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 boom. And it dries just like that with that speckled texture. So I'm going to do that here. I don't know about this part. If I can get in the crack, I sure can with my brushy. Hi, brushy. Hi. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to let my fan do its work on that, because I'll always say the sheets won't work if the adhesive is still lucid or liquidy, whatever word you want to use, because it's just going to make the rhinestone sheets slide because they have nothing to lock on to because that's wet. So but while that's doing that, I'm going to sand my controller. Hey, I'm going to sand my controller. As you can tell, I'm having an exciting Saturday. Now, my Sunday is going to be a long day, but at least I'll say this. If you can get, I know you got a lot of work to do. Not get me wrong, but try to at least, it won't be a whole day, but just a little bit of time to yourself, because after a while, it gets to the point where you can really figure out when the last time you actually just sat down and just said, now, I like to use these when it's in like these type of areas, but the first thing I'm going to do is hit it with some alcohol, because this thing is dusty as I don't know what. But I want to get the right one that I want to use, in case y'all are wondering, because I like it to be able to go in between areas. And of all the things that I've lost, do you notice I always keep track of my little bits and bobs, which are these? Yeah. Smart. Okay, so. Gonna get that. Gonna get my alcohol, because I was supposed to remember to get that. I like to use the 70% or the 90% alcohol. I don't know. It's just, I always prefer to use that. Now, I had the towel. Yeah, drop it. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Put you over here. Oh, and just a heads up, y'all already know how that's gonna sound with that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Put that on. So look how pretty you are. Fun story. I decided to bring my Switch controller out to actually use it. And you go, well, duh, so no, you don't understand. I've had my Switch how many years? And I've just used my Switch. I have never used the Switch controller, ever. I've moved it from one place to another, but I've actually never used this controller, which I find hilarious. And if anybody remembers how much these controllers were when they first came out, when the Switch first came out and they came out, released these, yeah, I paid almost $100 for this. And you be like, and you didn't use it. Now you feel where I just, sometimes you like to look over the things that you didn't spend a lot of money on, and you're like, well, that was a waste. And so to kind of pacify yourself, you're like, okay, but I'm going to start using it now, starting today. I already got the button caps coming, so I'm not worrying about those. But all the creasy areas, because I need the buttons to be nicey. So, and you know, I'm literally doing this to sand it to do what? Hit it with the alcohol pads again. I like it. It's weird. So yeah. Anybody else? It's just like a totally lazy day, like literally. And I'm taking it for all that it's worth. Okay. Start off lightly, because this is not like using these, because these will wear down. See these? Oh, you can have these for years, and I promise you these tips will not wear down. And it like literally gets to the area where I need it to get to. Because you're not like, well, with me, with these controllers, to me, this is not like, I've seen how people use, you know, do the tumblers, and I'm not calling nobody out. It's just with controllers, you don't have to like practically to destroy them to get them to grip something. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I'm never in a rush because I take my time with my controllers. And for me, my opinion is much better to use the metal tips because like I said, they're thinner, that you're able to get in areas you wouldn't normally be able to get into, because think about how big these are. And these are the ones that actually came with my machine, and the only time I use these is say I'm using them on I have to use it, do it on a tablet or something with a larger area, then yeah. But picture trying to do the in-betweens with this. No, like just no. And like I said, little areas where you only want it to be in a certain area, it only gets to that part. Yeah. Like she mad. What it literally is, it's like you're just trying to take that shine, that little sheen off it, and you're taking it from like a gloss to a matte. Surface. Can y'all believe I've had this thing all these years and it still haven't conked out, and knowing me, I'm about to jinx myself? I like to do the same thing with blinging. I like to do the outer area first. Just get that out the way. And then I'll go in the middle after I go outer. Ignore my dog. She knows when I'm ignoring her and talking to somebody else. And so she does that. And this is why I normally have the, like, a lot of people are like, why you having muted lives? You get it now? And I'm addicted to this true crimes thing that they be having, like, not the one on Facebook. They have them on YouTube. They be so good. You be like, what? And don't talk about when it's like a woman and she done some crazy killing and you like, what? And I like when they show the pictures of her and she look like, oh, like she baking stuff, you know, like a meat person. Give me a second, because I'm up. There we go. Now, did you throw that? Yep, I did. And again, just going in closer. Closer and close. Hey, Gio. You see, I'm having fun, girl. And you know we love the sound of this thing, because, you know, who doesn't want to have flashback of the dentist's office? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't? And like I said, you're able to go around the buttons without destroying them with that other size that I showed y'all already. And like I said, I take my time doing this because I don't like rushing with anything. When you rush, well, when I rush, I make mistakes. And I don't like making mistakes, especially when it's somebody else's property. I don't like making mistakes with my own, so you know, somebody else's, I'm like, So, there we go. Around we go. around. Lovely, like we're taking it around town. Yep. And like I said, I know, see, I don't know how to explain it because it's all about different people. Like, we have met so many different people and talked with different people and have different people ask questions that I don't like to say everybody. So I'm like, certain people, it's like literally like they want this like magic answer for how to get to blink something out because they want the finished results, but they don't, you know, that the prep time, they like, I don't want to do that. And then you don't know what to tell them. Or when they've watched the video that you've done, right? And then they've skipped a few steps and then they say, well, why the stone fell off? And then you're like, well, did you do all this? Well, no, but I did everything else. And then you literally are like, you stuck because you don't want to be, I don't know. Y'all know I'm sarcastic. See, I've been sarcastic all my life. It's a defense mechanism with me. If y'all have met any of my, you know, my brother, cousins, you have to get I don't know how they call it, some kind of defense mechanism from these people, or you would have went crazy. Okay, so even when I'm not intentionally trying to be sarcastic, that sarcasm comes out. So that's why a lot of times, I don't know. Hey, I bet you won't. I bet she would. Okay, y'all. She proved me wrong. Be right back. Yes, girl. And leave that dog. Spades, you bet not start. Because you know you too old to be doing this. All right. Back to this. I knew as soon as I saw that lady walking with that dog, I was like, oh, God. Baby girl is one of them, oh, no, you didn't type of dog. I don't understand her. Like, people can't do anything with her. If she's in the park and somebody's trying to bring their dog in the park, she's like, oh, no. No, you didn't. Bring that dog in here? My park? Like, it's not your park. Like, I guess she like, yeah, it is. So, long story short, my dog's crazy. And Spades, who was always a calm, quiet dog, I thought getting baby girl, I thought Spades was going to be able to have it where he'd be up there like calming her down and making her all, you know, I don't know, lazy like his behind. But nay, y'all. Now dog Spades is starting to balk and do crazy stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? Disappointment levels, y'all will never know how high my disappointment levels with these dogs. Like, what are you doing? And Spades is old, barely can see. So when she's balking at something in the park, he can't even see in the distance. But it's literally like when she's balking, telling him, dude, look to your left. Like a like 20 steps away to your right. Yeah. Can you believe it? And then he just starts balking. Can't even see where it's at. She telling him where it's at. And then he starts balking. And I'm up in the middle of the park like, what is happening? Yeah. And so when I'm trying to bring them in the house and she up there like, nah, it ain't over. And still barking at these dogs. And then the dogs is barking too. She literally like, what? So you literally have to pick her little behind up and be like, girl, if you don't come in the house, so you get jumped. Like, this girl sees dogs that's bigger than, like, almost the size of horses and be up there like, I'm about that life. What's up? I'm like, no. You're not about that life? And no, you do not want them to run up. I promise you. I promise you. So, yeah. Almost finished. Now, if you want to, you can just switch blades, and because you got a wider area now. I don't switch blades because I'm just like, this is the one I was using, so this is the one gonna be used. And I like to make that sound. Okay. But seriously, I'm almost finished with this. And then I'm going to go back to that shoe because I try to do a really thin coat on the side of that thing so that it'll dry or start curing. Because understand, E6000 takes stages to their curing process. Also depends on the temperature. Blah, 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 blah. We all know the drill, right? We all know the drill, right? I hope y'all can see that. And just hit these sides really quick. Not sides, but you know the end parts of the controllers. Doing. There we go. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do the back of the controller yet, so that's why I'm just like, until I figure it out. I still don't even know what stones I'm gonna use. He's like up in the air. And I want to use my jellies that I got, but I still haven't figured out what I want to use those on. So it's just like a dilemma up in the air. I'm gonna be confused until I make a decision type of situation. Okay. Switch off. Put you down. Give me you. Put you back in the bag. Alright, now let's get back to this show. After I put stuff there too. See, that's the thing. Like, okay, let me go get my other controller. And I know I keep bringing up these controllers, but you gotta understand me. I don't just, like I said, when it's personal stuff for me, I don't just bling them for decoration. And y'all know I'm a gamer, so when I tell y'all I have played with this controller, then got mad about a game, then threw this controller, dropped this controller on the floor numerous times. Look, these are my riders. So here's the thing. I don't know what stones I want to use yet, and I actually don't know what size I want to use yet. Because I really, now even though this one gave me a headache, and yeah, it got dust on, but I really still love how I did this one with the really, you remember I call them bling chromes? So I still, love how this one looked. Now, I know with the Xbox One, I used like SS10s. With this one, I use SS10s on down, meaning from SS3 to SS10s. That's what they look like, bling chromes. And I really still love how, not only do I love how it's held up, I love the grip on it because it's a different type of gripping of it. I don't know if that's going to sound weird. Then how it should sound right. Because if I'm a gamer, you would want to know from a gamer what I'm talking about. See, with this one, with the SS10s, it's a whole different grip. And I know you go, but it's a different controller, but it's a different grip. So my thing is, I don't know yet if I just want to do like I did before and just do the smaller size stones. Hi, JoJo. So I don't know if I want to use the smaller size stones like I did before. Or, where it's the mix of like SS3s all the way to SS10s. Or, just like a bunch of SS10s like I did with the Xbox controller. Or what? I still don't know yet. And then, like, those two controllers, don't get me wrong, love them. But y'all know my whole room is purple. I'm like, should I just get a bunch of purple bling? Like, y'all know me. Okay, so y'all know it's not 100% cured. But I still want to try this with these rhinestone sheets. So forgive me. Now, where the heck is the sheets? Oh, yeah, of course I dropped them. Okay. This is my glove. This is the heat glove I'm always telling y'all I'm using, yet I've never been able to find. Oh, found it today. It must be a miracle. Now can I find a pair of scissors? Okay. And drop them on the floor. Hey, drop them on the floor. Okay. Glasses. That. Okay. So here we go. That's good enough. Stop. Look, stop, drop, and roll. Hold up. Let me just do a little quick. Not that it matters. And to you, Pearl. Oh. Yeah, but like I was saying, I'm addicted to those true crime stories on YouTube. So the majority of the time when something is muted, I'm either watching that or watching anime. Look, or I'm doing what I always be telling Joe. I embrace the silence because, y'all, I do love silence. Am I the only one? Okay, so I did 2 different ones in case I want to do a whole nother. So I'll do it this way where I did not actually give it long enough time where it's completely dry or cured. And then on the other one, I will. So that'll be my own little and the reason why is because if this, the whole point is this needs to be completely cured to put the hot, because when you apply the heat, it's going to change that. You understand? It's going to heat this up too. This needs to be dry for that heat to actually work. If not, it's just going to bubble up that E6000 and it's not going to be a good look for you. And that's what, and then it'll be moving. Say you're doing a tumbler and you're doing rhinestone sheets. And I'm going to actually prep this cup while I'm doing this live too. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff today. Okay. But yeah, if I just put the E6000 on this, right? And while it was still, I'm going to just say wet, right? If I try to use the rhinestone sheets on it and get it to grip, it's not going to stay grip because it's going to be moving because the glue is still moving. And it's just going to be a horrible state. I'm promising you. So I'm going to put this here. This is so weird because I have never thought about putting rhinestone here. But it's, I always say everybody different. I'm pretty sure I do some weird stuff with, when I'm applying stones to places where, on different surfaces where people go, I would have never thought to do that. So, the more the merrier. So, here we go. And how about right to here? Okay. I want you to see how that's all the way flat and gripping to that side. I'm also on the other shoe. I'm gonna we're gonna do a verses with the adhesive. So this is non-prepped, and we're gonna just put that here. Okay. So prepped, but not cured 100%, and not prepped. Okay, so where's my girl at? And yes, I call this my girl. Okay. This is one I've used a bunch of times before. I told y'all I reuse mine. And I don't know what y'all are doing, but I reuse mine. Get this right quick. Alright. There we go. Got my iron already on. If you can see that. Wait, I can even see where I'm at in the camera. There we go. And then the first thing I do is I hold it on that area. Because you're literally becoming the tool. That same hot fix tool that you have to hold those stones on. Yeah, you are the tool. So this whole thing becomes that one tool where you're leaving that heat on there. You don't want to press down too hard because you don't want to make, once the stones heat up and that adhesive heats up, you don't want to keep pressing down because then the stones are going to move. Same thing with individual stones. They will start to move because you're pressing them, so you're making the stones actually think, Oh, not, you don't want me staying right here. You want me to move. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. And yes, you do not have to have it on there a long period of time because it does not need that much heat. Okay, no problem, Joe. Hey. So yeah. And like I said, you just press, and you not press, but you put the heat on there, and then you also give it time to cool down. And it literally takes seconds. So that's why when people say, oh, I done done all that customizing, I don't have time afterwards to be out there trying to, you know, lock them in there. I'm like, it takes seconds. I have seconds, because I'll always say, if it takes seconds to lock these stones in where I don't have to worry about bling loss versus hours where somebody didn't complain because the bling came off and I got to either replace it or refund, and I don't refund no money, like, because I make sure. You go out, you make sure, heck yeah, that first year that I spent learning about stones, learning about the amount of heat that it needs, learning about stuff. Yes, you know why I took that 1 year that a lot of people felt like a waste? It was not a waste for me, because I learned, and I know the exact amount of time it takes. I know exactly how long and in each temperature it takes my stones to cure, that E6000 to cure on it. And I know for a fact, and yes, remember in the beginning, y'all, when I would throw them shoes down the stairs to see if there'll be bling loss? Remember all them tests I did? Did we all? See, that's the thing. I didn't just learn by myself. Everything I learned, we all learned together. I have no, look, did we not learn, y'all? And like I said, you let it cool now, because you see how I pressed it with my little thing? Yes, because like I said, while it's still hot, you want to lock that in. And then I'm going to move that over there, and I'm going to go back to here. And I'm going to get my little strip again. Ooh. There we go. And it fell to the floor. That's all right. I got to back up. I think it must be drop everything day. And I'm all right with that. But I'm not. And Joe already done the Calypso dance. I can't find that top. I'm just, let go. I'm going to just rig something up, because that's just so weird. And then you got to go, well, where would it go? I don't know, because you also know anything I dropped that baby girl thinks is a toy. Hello. So here we go. Same method. Holding it down. And like I said, you want to do the outer, meaning the out part first, the trim around the bottom and all that first, because you want to lock that in first, then go and lock the middle in. You don't want the ends peeling up first, so you want to lock the ends in first and then go for the middle. And like I said, this is what I usually do on different surfaces. Now, have I ever done this part of a shoe? Nope. Never in my life. But like I said, who knows? Somebody might ask me to do that. And like I said, I need to know if that's going to work or not, because something I've never done. I always say I have no problem learning a lot of and practicing and teaching myself things, even if it's something you've done with a twist. I have no problem going back to the beginning. Y'all remember, we always used to say that. Let's go back to the beginning and learn something. You know, a lot of people, either they don't want to learn something new, or they just don't want to learn your method, and that's okay. But you know, I'm one of those people. When an idea or someone comes up to me and I think it might be something worth trying out, I test it. Again, pressing down and then allowing that to cool. So like I said, I seal in seconds. My shoes, Like I said, I had already hit them with the seal, but you know, just to show y'all. And not just that method, like I told y'all, I have two different things. I either use my mini press iron, or what? Or I hit that sucker with what? The heat. Boing, boing, boing. Heat. So you just a follow up. I put that on there, and you go, well, why this? Just in case you go, why do you still use this? Even because let me explain what this is. This is a very good heat protector, but it still applies enough heat for the stones. Meaning, if you're just using this and using it on here, you're heating up the heat on these stones, and it's on that heat is also going to the cracks to that glue underneath there. I don't want that. I just want it to heat up these stones and lock them onto the surface. This gives me that leeway of not completely directly on the surface, but heating those stones to the temperature I need. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. So yeah, I will literally do that. Keep them suckers up nice. Look at them nice and toasty. Get my glove. I'm Michael Jackson. And then I'm just rubbing them in and holding them on there, because you know they're going to stay in their place, right? And then I leave them alone until they cure. And you go, why rubbing? Because when that hot fix adhesive at the bottom becomes lucid, right? When you press them, they lock into the surface instantly. If you don't put any pressure on them, then it's still that little gap of leeway where they will rise up a little bit, and then they'll just be up. I want them to lock onto that surface, and then I want them to cool like that. And then that's it. Like I said, it takes me seconds, and yes, I have seconds to do what? Lock these stones in, because I'm not trying to hear about or be somewhere, and I'm thinking I'm the everything walking around in my shoes, and somebody go, oh, hey, ma'am, you know, did you know some of your bling fell off? And y'all know they'll have people out there that will love to tell you that. Oh, look at you. Some bling that fell off. And you just like, all right. Okay, now my hip. Okay, so look at here. Now, again, already knowing this, because remember, I have done enough tests, and I know my reasons why I prep my surface. Now, do you see how? Look, I'm already showing you. Do you see how that's up? That's already coming up. And I want you to see that. Look. And then let's rub it up. That easy to just rub up. Look. Do you see that? Because there's nothing for it to grip to. We're going to just put this, move that over there. So, no, that's no shocker for me. Holding it down again. And I want you to hear that I'm doing the same thing. You hear? I'm putting pressure on this to roll it up. Do you hear it? I'm going to be quiet. Do you see that still laying low? Let's try the back way. Do you hear it? You see that's not rubbing up, because it has something to lock on to. Do you see that? So I'm going around the sides. Do you hear me? Do you see that still on? Let's look at the side angle. Do you see it's not coming up? Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? So like when people don't understand why I prep, this is why I prep. I prep because I've done enough tests to know what happens when that glue is your surface. See, this is the surface. This is a completely different surface now because I prepped it with glue. It's no longer this now. It's that surface. And that's what makes the stones lock on. And then you go, okay. And then you hit that heat. You get what I'm saying? Even if you just prep this, meaning even if you say, okay, I put the glue on there. Okay. All right. And then I put this on there. All right. And then that's it. No. that's still going to come up because you did not see this, that sticky, this part, that's adhesive. Do you understand me? You're supposed to heat it up. Do you see how this is white, right? Do you know why it turns clear? It turns clear and translucent when you apply heat. You're supposed to use heat. Like I tell people this a lot, but I don't think they listen to me of understanding why. Because I guess when you thinking, when you tell them you got to apply heat, they think, oh, that means to destroy. No, it doesn't. These adhesives and even the hot fix stones, you are supposed to apply heat. That's what they are for. So yeah, I hope y'all, you know, I don't remember who the lady was. See, I feel bad because I don't know whoever the lady was. I hope you get to watch this and see that it actually works. Now, am I gonna keep that on there? No. And then you go, well, how you gonna get that off there? Need I say more? Yo, look. Yeah. So now we going to this tumbler, because remember, this is the tumbler I'm going to bling out. But I got to prep it. Now, again, everybody has their own ways of prepping their, you know. I'm going to be using rhinestone sheets, so yeah, of course I'm going to prep this sucker with the Doing? Okay, you're not going to slide out. So look, I trust you. And yes, I'm talking to some glue, but that's okay. Now, I want to do individuals here and here. So in case you're wondering, well, why are you not doing? Yeah, that's why. I already thought about how I'm going to do this. Because I'm going to do a combination mix of rhinestone sheets and individuals. Because I love doing that. Does it have to be pretty? No. Because you just need it to lock on. And no, I wouldn't. Someone also asked, can you just put it on the ends, like before you close it? With rhinestone? No, because then this part is going to detach because you have nothing for it to what? Lock onto. And then it'll just be a tumbler with the end seal, but the rest of it will be open and it'll be a distance, a gap from this and the rhinestone sheet, and it'll be weird. It'll be weird. Trust me, it'll be weird. Dun, dun, dun. Grippy, grippy, grippy. And I know, as far as, cause you got to think about somebody saying something, and don't get me wrong, a lot of people, don't get me wrong, you're just giving me your input. I'm not going to put my mouth on this part. This actually has a top that goes over it, and you put your little straw in it, so I'll be okay. I just want y'all to know, just a little heads up. See, this is not top. Hold on, where's the top? The top is somewhere. Be happy I found other stuff. But y'all get it. Y'all know what a tumbler is. There we go. Just like a lot of times when people ask me to customize a glass for them, and people will see that, I went all the way up to the top with the bling, and they'll say, people got to drink out of it. A lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with this, a lot of people want me to do the glasses just for them to have as display because they think they're really pretty. I don't think anything wrong with that, because my thing is whatever floats your boat, whatever you like. There we go. I sent my mom a lot of blinged out stuff. My mom have them displayed and show people. The only one she has that she actually uses is that, y'all remember that Saints bag that I blinged out for my mom? Yeah, she has her medicine in that, so that's her medicine bag. And when she goes, by people or whatever, she brings her bag with her. She's like, oh, can you pass me my Saints bag? I'm like, go, mommy, go. So, yeah. So, this is my prep. And I always tell y'all, like a day or two before I'm going to work on something, I just prep my surface, and then I just put it aside. And then the day that I'm going to finally work on it, I'm able to just go straight at it. There we go. Boing, boing, boing. So that I just did that whole thing. Are y'all looking? Boing, boing, boing. Still prep this now, because think about it later. I'll be like, why didn't I do that all on camera? Huh? Because I'm going to do the individuals first before I apply the rhinestone sheets. And yes, I'm telling myself as well as telling y'all. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Doop, doop, doop. Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna leave this one up, this video up here for 24 hours, and then I'm gonna send it to YouTube. Doing, doing, doing. Oh, and all the people that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. But anybody that gets me, and I don't know, even if you think I'm weird, it's an okay weird, I'm thankful. My mom, when she used to tell me when I was little, just act normal to her. I'm like, what is normal? Okay, so prepped. I'll put that aside. I usually, y'all know my little trusty fan. I usually put it in front of something. And y'all know, like, and it says something, you're customizing. A lot of people, I've seen them do this. Say you have a tumbler or something and you just want, I put mine on my spin bob, and I leave my spin bob just spinning in front of a fan, and then it just hits it all areas. I'm like, I don't know why more people don't do that, but y'all want to get y'all. Remember, even when it's like a few things, like say I'm doing a few tumblers for people, and yes, when I'm forced to do them, I do them. I have two big standing fans, and I'll have my stool in between both the fans, and I'll have the spin bob on, you know, my stool with the tumblers on it, and have both them fans hitting them at the same time. Like, there we go. Curing to the next level. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it was probably long. I hope it was informative. I never know. I'm about to eat and drink one. Y'all just pray with me. You go, what's going on? Okay, so this is what's going on, right? I've decided to do the smoothie cleanse, right? But I do this. I give myself leeway, meaning this first week was just me just doing, you know, drinking the smoothies, meaning I'll have the smoothie for breakfast and lunch, and then I'll have, you know, a normal dinner, right? And then starting Monday, that's when I incorporate exercising in it. And y'all know I hate exercising, okay? Oh, my, like, I'm not even joking. You know how when people say there's so many things I could think about doing instead of exercising? That's me. Anything. Anything. But I did do this. This girl. My exercise machine downstairs that I actually had to blow dust off, right? Do y'all remember that tablet stand that I used to have downstairs? Because I actually used to do lives in the living room. I'll ignore her. Let me take the phone with me right quick. I'm gonna just hold my hand while y'all walk with me. But the point being, I decided to put it to use, and so I mounted the tablet onto my exercise thing so that I can watch, I don't know, anime or YouTube or whatever while I'm working out. Hold up. There we go. So these, remember this stand, y'all? Because remember, I thought it was weird how it clamped onto the desk. And look, how cool is that? And wait, I gotta back up so you can see the exercise thing. So yeah. So now it's right there, and so then I could do this. And then when I wanna take it down, I just unclip it from here, and then yeah. So yeah. Okay, y'all. Hope y'all have a good Saturday.